Hello, how are you guys? This is Burmese USA YouTube channel. As that channel name is Burmese USA, that means I am the Burmese residing in the United States, and I'm also a registered nurse. So on my channel, you'll be able to find like Burmese life in the USA. Or if I go to trip, there'll be some travel vlog, and if I do some study, there'll be some educational material that you will see. Mostly is related to like nursing and medical related education. So if you're all into it, and you can like, subscribe, you know the drill. Okay, and keep sharing with your friends and family members. And today I am going to talk about the recent trip that I went, which is Cozumel, Mexico. We went there with the Royal Caribbean cruise ship. So we just on that Cozumel, Mexico, which is a little island. We just there for a day. I would say from 9 a.m. to like a 4 p.m. So, you know, that's the only one trip that the island that Royal Caribbean dock, and we feel like that's the only one that we feel like we want to go there directly and spend a week instead of just half day or one day, because we love that and didn't have much time to enjoy. We needed more time. So I figure that you might probably wanting to know more about what the island is like and what we did as excursion and more. So if you're looking for something, things to do in Cozumel, Mexico, you have come to the right place. If you are looking for like experiences of the cruise ship excursions, such as scuba diving, that's what we want to, and that's one activity that we were so scared and we did not know what to do. We would like to do, but it's kind of scary, you know. So, but since we have done it, we love it, and we want to go back there more times and enjoy more times. So let's get started for the Cozumel, Mexico. So I have a green screen behind me, so I'm gonna put some pictures behind me, so as I'm talking about all that trip and experiences, at least you can visualize better. So again, we actually, the whole trip is like the little recap about the whole trip is we live in North Carolina. So North Carolina, like a mountain area, like a little small town. So from that little town to the big town where we have the airport, and we drive like an hour and a half, and then we flew from that Charlotte, North Carolina to Miami, where the Royal Caribbean port is. Then the Royal Caribbean that we choose was Independence of the Seas. So if you're into all of that Royal Caribbean cruise ship, like what is the experience like in the Independence of the Seas cruise ship, and I will put all the links up here, so just keep checking out. And I also have like a travel vlog. Travel USA is in the playlist tab that I have on my YouTube channel, so feel free to check out. And we have been to places like different places, so you'll see. So Cozumel, Mexico is a little island, so we dock on Cozumel, Mexico on the first day, and the second is Coco Cay, the third day Sea, fourth day of that cruise ship, and we went on the 5 days cruise ship, and the fifth day is the sea day, and the sixth day is disembarkation day. So you know, the day that we finished the cruise ship. So on the Cozumel, I did not expect so much about Cozumel, Mexico. I did not get so excited about Cozumel, Mexico, and I was more excited for Coco Cay. I have two kids, 5 years old and 11 years old, so they both enjoy Coco Cay, but looks like they enjoy more on the Cozumel, Mexico trip. So when you dock on Cozumel, Mexico with the cruise ship, of course, as my experience, and 9 o'clock, I think it's 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning, there's an overhead announcements comes, and you just go to level 1, I believe, to get off of the ship. And then since we have already pre-booked the scuba diving excursion, so there's a little ticket that we already have in our room, and we took that. And we are a family of 5, so 3 of us, which me, my husband, and my 12 years old boy, we are going to scuba dive, and my 70 years old senior mom and the little one, 5 years old, they are not. So that's I tell you, if you have like people, family members that's not gonna scuba dive. So when you get to the shore, with the ticket, on the ticket you will see like which station you have to go lined up, because there's a lot of excursion to go. You know, if you're not into scuba diving, it's okay. It's about the same method, that is about the same process, that on your ticket you will be directed to go to which station. Like for us, I think it's station number 5 or something. So we went there. There's plenty of people that actually wanted to do the scuba diving, and some are certified already as scuba diver. So they have a different groups. For us, it's a group beginner. For them, is the of course, is more experienced one. So I believe they take them to like out in the middle of the ocean and get them to scuba dive or something. I'm not really sure, but after the little bit of sorting, I think it takes about an hour, and there's a margarita restaurants that you don't need to buy anything. You can sit there under the shade and kind of wait. So I think the scuba diving, the agency company has some sort of like a relation with them or something. But we just sit there, and if you would like to have some breakfast, grab them. But I suggest not to eat much, because as a beginner, I do not know what really to expect. But I have a bloating issue after the scuba diving, because I breathe in, I swallow a lot of air for equalizing. So I'll explain that to you in a second too. So then after about an hour sorting, signing waiver forms, whatnot, then we have like at that time, that about takes about 1 hour. At that time, you can actually see like some little shops that you can go shop around, but stay close to the group, because they're not gonna wait for you if your term comes and they're gonna leave, right? So from that ship and the dock place and that little group that having the waiver form sign kind of place, and it's about just a few walk away, and you will have a little ferry boat that you will go to the destination place where you're going to scuba dive. For us as a beginner, it's a little shore that we went there. I don't know what's the name of the scuba diving company is anymore. I think it's some sort of Sunshine or Sunset or something, and they all speak Mexican, like Spanish / some English. The use of the words are a little bit different, so you might probably want to like, what do you mean? Kind of, you have to ask again a little bit like that, but you know, it's not too bad. I mean, I understand them well. Their instructions, we have to go for like about half an hour class. What are the apparatus, what to use, what to do, what to expect, blah blah. Then after that 30 minutes, there'll be a lot of questions in your head. After 30 minutes, I feel like I'm so overwhelmed and stressed out with all the instructions, because you know, I know how to swim, I know how to like dive without those apparatus. I mean, like dive like maybe 6 feet or something like that. I'm not very new to like swimming. What I mean is, I'm not very like pro for swimming, but at least I'm not a beginner swimmer. Still, I feel really stressed about all the instructions. But however, they actually after that, we have to kind of weigh a lot of things like the weight on the waist, and the trainer instructors, they are very good at estimating our weight and put some additional weights on our waist. And make sure when they put the additional weight on the waist, and make sure it's not cutting your skin or anything. If you are feeling like uncomfortable, you let them know so that they can adjust it, because it's really like something poking through the skin, like the side of the body while you're swimming, is really not a good feeling. Then the mask, and make sure it's the right size. The fin, make sure it's the right side. And then you try doing all the trick that they teach you before you go down into the water. So like try, if let's say like that's the one technique that I like, because you might have like some water coming into the goggle, and you will want to like push this up a little bit, and with your nose like push it out so it goes out, instead of you go up on the surface and kind of remove that. I never need to remove my goggle, but there are several times that I wanted to remove my goggle, go up to the surface or remove my goggle, but I did not need to do that because of that technique, which is good, because every time you go up to the surface and every time you go back down like 20 feet down, and your equalization is huge. I mean, you just need to know how to do equalization. So first, I did not know how to do that. So when you like have on the airplane, when the airplane is like too high up and you starting to like stuck in your ear, like you can't hear well, things like that. So what you do is you close your nose and swallow, right? That's what you do. So that's how you're gonna equalize, because if you're on the surface of the water, and when you go down and down and down and down like 20 feet, 30 feet, whatever, and you feel like this pressure in the ears is like poking, and I'm like having headache. I have like naturally having migraine and stuff. That was like intense. But then I get how to do it. So all you have to do is close your nose and swallow, then that open. Or my husband, he likes to close his nose and blow, so it's open. So whatever the way is that you prefer, it's all fine. But the way that I did is I would try the blowing method later on, because when I do this and swallow, if I didn't get it, I swallow and swallow and swallow. And what happened is I started to like bloat. And then when I was swimming, it's not too bad. But when I come up on the surface, like when we're done with the scuba diving, I feel like I want to throw up. But luckily, I didn't have like a match breakfast, so it's nothing to throw up. And then later on, I feel like I need to buff, and excuse me, then done, fine. But before that, it was a hard one. So we had a very good experience with scuba diving, even though it's the beginner, and the instructors were very patient, and they teach us very well with their second language English. Our second language is English too. So you will see on my YouTube channel a lot of travel vlog that I don't speak in English. I speak my own first language, native language. So I really don't have time to like do the caption or whatnot. So that's why I have to do this video for people who would like to know in English. So if you do appreciate it, like, subscribe. So moving on, so once, what the price? The price is that I remember that was about $140 when we pre-book with the cruise ship. If you book on the cruise ship, that would be 20% higher. That would be like $160 or something. And then we book it like before, so it saves some 20% off. And when we get there after that training, and we have another 30 minutes left in the water, and because it's the very first time adjusting this and that, and I didn't get to enjoy that much, and I was like trying to figure out what to do, so not to drown or whatever. And so that 30 minutes training, 30 minutes is like gone, and you think it's like a minute, it's like fast. And we took another extra 30 minutes to go down again with the instructor after a little bit of like 15 minutes rest. And that time, because of that extra 30 minutes, we pay $45 directly to that diver company, not via the cruise ship. So I think it's worth it. I even wanted to do another 30 minutes, $45, because when I actually research, when you want to do like a scuba diving, like in other places, like maybe Phuket, Thailand, or what's it called? Boracay, Philippines, stuff like that. They even like about $70. I don't know how many minutes or hours or whatever, but $45 in Mexico for 30 minutes diving I think it's worth it, because if you have to book with the cruise ship, it's like $140, right? So it's kind of like double, not even triple. So it's like even triple. So I even wanted to do the third round, but I feel I'm like so indigested and kind of want to throw up, so I stopped. But we all want to go back there for a week or something. Like flew from United States directly to Mexico, like Cozumel, Mexico. And Cozumel is like 30 minutes. You can take the ferry like 30 minutes to Cancun. So why not? You can always kind of hit the birds, with one stone like that. Very excited. And then when we finished scuba diving, and I told you, right, there's 3 people scuba dive, and there's 2 senior and little junior. They are on the shore, just kind of play around. On the shore, you have like a little restaurant, and it's a little sad that because my mom don't speak much English and she don't have any money with her, so she wanted to actually stay under shade in that restaurant, but that restaurant sort of like either together or some sort related to the scuba diving place anyway. But they know that we want to scuba dive, and that these 2 people needs to be under shade, but they don't want to give her that space because she is not buying anything. She would if she has money. So that's one thing. Just give your family members some money so that they can spend, like maybe drink water or juice or something, so they can be under shade like properly. So there's another place in that little beach compound that like a massage place. That massage, I asked for the price. It was like $45 for 30 minutes or something like that. It's a little high, and she didn't want to do massage because she's taking care of the 5-year-old toddler running around on the shore as well. But that massage place gave her a space to kind of like sit down under the shade, so that's a blessing. And we give that massage place the lady some tips for that, and really appreciate that. So that's one experience. And once after that, it's about like a lunchtime, so we have to go. We like very hungry and wants to go for lunch, and instead of having lunch on that same place restaurant, I mean, it's not because I'm mad or whatever, but I just don't feel like I want to support that restaurant. So we took taxi. It cost us $8. The scuba diver instructor, and he helped us to get the taxi and speak to the taxi driver in his language, like try to make sure that we won't get scammed for whatever, because before we went to that cruise and of course the trip, and of course we kind of like YouTube and kind of like you right now and try to kind of figure it out, what is the experience like, what you might be anticipating. So we do that. We do some research, and you could be like scammed or something. Like people would just drive around, waste time, and ask you more money or something like that. So, but anyhow, so that scuba driver, how do I even say that? Scuba diving instructor, he helped us to get a taxi. It's only $8 to the Cozumel, Mexico, one of the it's in the town, and one of the very good restaurant that has the pre-written prices, because I don't want no surprises, or I don't want feel like I'm scammed or kind of ruin the vacation mode. So all that seafood menus are the prices are pre-written. So we had like, I think it's about, everybody has a good seafood plate, and it only cost us like $110 or something, plus the tip, like maybe about, I think we give like $15 tip. So and also all the drinks and stuff. So I think it's worth it because one of my plate, one of the seafood plates that we order has, I think it's, I'm not sure, 2 or 3 lobster tail, which I know a lobster tail in Key West is $45 that we order that one time on the same trip, because after that cruise and we go to Key West. So if you are into about the Key West trip, go check that out as well on my YouTube channel. So I think it's kind of a little long right now, but I hope you got a lot of information. There's more information I would like to give it to you if you would like to stay a little bit more. So after we finish that lunch, we go to go back to the ship area, right? So the taxi driver actually charged us $12 from that place to the ship. So I don't feel like he's charging more than he's supposed to. I'm not sure, but we still give the tip though. Usually we give tip like $5, $10, depending on how good they are. And when we get back to the ship is there. You can actually see the shore, the little place that we used to be like in the group signing the waiver form for the scuba diving. That's the same place, and you will see the Cozumel kind of big sign like that, and you can take picture, you can go shopping. Behind that sign, okay, you have a lot of bars and stuff. You can kind of like go enjoy, drink Mai Tai, whatever that you prefer to. And behind that the Cozumel sign, you will have like a little area that you can swim. So make sure you bring your own what's it called, the swimming vest, okay, because you can go a little deep, like deep enough that about 7 feet. If you're not a good swimmer, I mean, I think it's the best way, even though I swim okay, and I would like to probably bring my own vest so that I can go out a little bit deeper, and because you will see a lot of fishes. And bring your own snorkeling goggles and stuff. I don't think they sell around all that the little shop around it. Even they do, it's gonna be extra expensive, because my 5-year-old son, and he was like crying for the toy that he see, and that little plushy toy, probably $2 on Amazon or Temu, but it cost us $30, and we tried to bargain to $20, so we got that with $20. So anyhow, it's really expensive. So just bring your goggle and just bring your life vest, and in that area, that's where you're gonna spend a lot of time, because the ship won't leave until about 4 p.m. 5 p.m. So you would like to probably spend, because if you're not in the water, it's gonna be very hot. So when you're in the water, at least then you can look down and you will see a lot of fishes. If you don't have a goggle, you won't see that. So bring that. And also, once you finish with that activity, which you don't need to pay anything, you just kind of, in that area like a beach, and when you are about to go back to the ship, and like this is a border of Mexico and going back to the ship, right? They're not going to check. I don't know why. They're not going to check you thoroughly at all. I'm so surprised. They were like, I mean, I have all my family members' sea pass with me, and I just kind of take one that's not even mine. I'm like, show that, and let me go. And that sea pass, it could be, I mean, I'm not even like joking, it could be like just any blue card, then they will let you go. So I believe that there's kind of a little loophole, and I hope it's nothing like crazy illegal immigrations would be happening. I don't know. So anyhow, so when I get to the ship, and of course the ship check us very thoroughly with the card, check it with our face and go in. So yeah, I hope that's kind of filter that issue, right? So yeah, we went back to the ship like a little early instead of 5 p.m. like 3:30 p.m. or whatever, just so we won't be like lost or we won't be like be very late and rush or whatever. And it's always good to go back to the ship a little early. One thing, you're not gonna be late and be left. Second thing, you have like most of the people still on the shore, so you have less people on the cruise. So we want to enjoy like a rock climbing and surfing and like less crowd, right? Which is good. So yeah, that's all my experiences for Cozumel, Mexico. It's not as terrifying as I thought it would be because, of course, we do research before we go and we were so scared about the scam and stuff. But and pickpockets. So make sure you got like some sort of body, what you call it, the bag, body bag. That sounds bad. Okay. No. What is that called? The fanny pack. Sorry, fanny pack. Gosh. Fanny pack, okay? Or something that you can wear on the waist, okay? It's bad. So that you won't be like pickpocket for that. And make sure all your belongings are within reach and within your side. So yeah, and the little water I'm talking about, the little shore area that you can kind of snorkel right beside the ship, right before the ship, and it's really good place. But it is very rocky. So when you get into the water, go a little deeper in the water, like at least 4 feet or something. Because if you are at like a place that you are sitting on the rock or something like that, and it's like the wave come and you would be like knocked to the rock or whatever that could be happening. So that's safety things that I noticed. Other than that, maybe the swimming shoes would be the a great choice if you are wearing the swimming shoes and you can go into the water even though it's a rock or whatever, and you'll be like more comfortable with that. And wear Crocs or wear slippers or something like that. I don't know, I just don't like wearing any fancy shoes to show off on those kind of trip because I'm more focused on the comfort than showing off. It's not a fashion show, right? Other than that, we enjoy it. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this video as well. It is 30 minutes long right now. I'm not going to edit. I'm gonna kind of send it to you to your screen raw as it is, and it is true, it is real. So hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, and if I ever go to another places like Phuket, Thailand, or Boracay, Philippines, or go back to Cozumel, Mexico for scuba diving again, and I'll post more video about that. Thank you. Good day. Bye.